As children of God, I want us to know that we are the light in this generation. We need to expose the works of darkness. We walk by revelation. The revelation of the Father with eyes that have a clear focus. We view the world basing on what the word says, not basing on the political opinions, not basing on the social opinions, not basing on what is trending on social media, but basing on what is true. And what is true can be found in God's word. Walking by revelation. Without revelation, we are doomed to perish. We must stand bold as children of God to stand for what is right. We are going to expose all the works of the devil, all their plans. We are going to expose them, and all those involved. Nothing can be hidden from God. Let the light of God roll in this generation through us. It is time for us to burn, expose them. I want to talk briefly about a few things. Are you with me? Are you with me? I always tell you that we are living in a bad generation. Are you with me? We are living in the last days. Everything. People are so evil. There is a clique of people that do not want to get old. Are you with me? For them, they don't want to get wrinkles. Are you with me? And they are doing a lot to see that they don't get wrinkles, that they don't appear that they are old.
Fabulous. And who will play me, Eddie? Not Jane Fonda.
Why? I've had stem cells in the blood of a 2-year-old child injected into my skin, and my face still looks like this.
You need to be using fetus blood, Eddie. A little spritz of afterbirth, darling.
Yeah.
Keep up, sweetie.
Are you with me? So what they are doing? They are doing a lot of wickedness to see that they remain young.
So this is one of Oprah's favorites. She says it's a miracle fountain of youth and her magic wrinkle cure. So I'm going to put a little on your hand.
I'll do that. Oprah did it.
Yeah, Oprah did it. All right, so here, we're going to rub it right in.
How come it's red?
I'll show you in a sec, Steve. So this is made from growth hormones of human
Look, the wrinkles has just disappeared. I can't even ball my hand up.
But so it's made from human foreskin. I'm sorry, Steve.
Are you with me? Now let me tell you. Let me tell you. We have so many people. Those we consider powerful. Those we consider to be rich. Are you with me? Are you with me? What do they do? There's what we call epidermal growth factor. Yes. Are you with me? Huh? No. Like, how many of us studied the skin? Yes. when your biology can indicate you this.
Biology obuwasoma asobola okuyimirira kaakano.
Now this therapy
Buno obujjanjabi
costs $650.
dollars 650. Olirange.
What do they do?
Ki kye bakola?
They get the foreskin
Bafuna olususu olusooka.
of babies.
Olusoosoko lw'abaana abato.
Then they use it
Kati balukozesa
in making these cosmetics,
mu kukola bino ebizigo.
to make this serum that they apply on the skin.
Okukola bino ebibateeka ku lususu.
Celebrity beauty treatments can be expensive and sometimes a bit odd. This one is both penis facials. That's the nickname of a New York City salon treatment called the Hollywood EGF facial because the secret ingredient is an enzyme derived from the cells of Korean newborn baby foreskin. So, why are stars like Sandra Bullock and Kate Blanchett shelling out $650 for this facial? Because I guess they can.
Well, so the rationale is the EGF, and the name of that facial stands for epidermal growth factor. And this is basically derived from that penile foreskin from those newborns that have been circumcised in Korea. And they draw out these stem cells, and the idea is these peptides stimulate collagen and elastin, and it's part of this facial where they're doing a cleanse and then a chemical peel. Then they're actually doing something called microneedling, which is where you take clean stainless steel, little tiny needles, open up the barrier of the skin, and then apply this epidermal growth factor serum on top.
First of all, this has nothing to do with the fact that it's Korean, right? It has nothing to do with the fact that it's foreskins. It's just like available tissue.
But interestingly, this idea is not new. It's actually the whole concept behind a very popular, very high-end skincare line, where they've been doing this for years, where the idea is it's this protein or peptide-based growth factors, and the way they've purified it takes out the allergenic or the part that's likely to stimulate a response. So it's really interesting. In fact, there's a 2-year wait list, even if you're willing to shell out the $650 for this facial, apparently at this one salon in New York, in dermatology and plastic surgery. And this is all actually borrowed from the orthopedic surgery literature, where we were using people's own stem cells and growth factors to restore joints and tendons very successfully. That technology has now been co-opted and brought over to stimulate people's own collagen and elastin, because we do lose it as we age. That's what causes the sagging and the wrinkles and the volume loss. So we're all trying to get towards more quote-unquote natural ways to restore it rather than injecting a lot of external fillers. Now this is a far cry from that. We don't know how efficacious it is.
Now they get this foreskin
Kati bafuna buno obususu oluvuddeko.
and they use it in making those cosmetics.
Kati balukozesa okukolera ebizigo. Kati
What do they do?
ki kye bakola?
They do what we call microneedling.
Bakola ekyo kye bayita microneedling.
From needle,
Okuva mu mpiso.
they do like this. You get the point?
Ofuna obulaba bw'etyo.
To create pores on the skin.
Okuteekawo obutuli ku lususu.
Now, after they create those pores,
Kati nga bamaze oteekawo obutuli,
now they will apply that serum.
kati ne bateekako
Akakazigo.
akazigo.
Are you with me?
Olinange.
Now, after them applying that stuff,
Kati nga bamaze oteekako akazigo.
at first the skin will appear like as though you're burnt
Okusooka olususu lujja kulabika nti bw'oyidde naye nga
because of the wounds.
olw'obwo obutulituli.
But after,
Naye oddako
all the wrinkles will disappear.
kati ezenkanyanya zonna zijja kuvaako.
Okay, explain what it is.
Well, it's this way in which one forces through microneedling. It's like a little roller with these. Some of you, I think many of you know it. And it pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen, and then boosts it. You look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes. The
What are you pushing into the skin, Sarah? Sandra?
Sarah?
Carrie? What are you pushing into the skin?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby. That's what it is. Who comes up with this?
I don't think. It's not like I'm lying there with little pieces all over my face. It's like,
Who thinks of collecting it and having it for? We'll do something with this
and
someday.
why didn't we come up with that?
Right. We'd be
Yeah,
rich.
and so we call it. I call it the penis facial, and I think when you see how good it is to your face, you too will run to your local facialist and say, "Give me the penis." Give me the penis.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to say.
I'm never going to say that.
How about you just maybe make it smaller?
No, I don't even understand why that is a thing that you'd put that into your skin. Why do you want that? You know what's going to happen? Penises are going to start growing out of. You're going to have little
penises.
Like that's what karma is going to do. You're going to have tiny baby Korean.
I'm here going.
Korean.
Let it not be a whisker or a peen. Let it. All right, yeah, I'm good here. Okay, we're all good. No, well, so be it.
So be it. If I must have Korean penises growing out of my.
It was worth it.
All right.
Oh my God.
We're going to take a break and
go straight to hell.
Yeah.
Straight to hell.
Yeah. I'm not. I didn't do it.
I have to explain.
You are.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna get backstage and Lila's gonna go, "Mama, why is there a penis on your face?"
Yeah.
That is why
yensonga lwaki
they are celebrities
waliwo baserebu
in those countries
mwezi ensi
where they don't age.
nga bo tebe emyaka tegi
They appear young every time.
nga basigala bato buli kaseera olinange kubanga
they have their separate.
balina ekyama kyabwe olinange
We are living in a black generation.
tuli kulemba omubi ennyo
I'm telling you the truth.
kugamba amazima olinange
To some,
eri abamu
you hear them say
obawulira nga bagamba
that they are injected with blood of babies.
nti bakubibwa empiso y'omusaayi gw'abaana abato.
Fabulous. And who will play me, Eddie? Not Jane Fonda. Right. I've had stem cells in the blood of a 2-year-old child injected into my skin, and my face still looks like this.
You need to be using fetus blood, Eddie. A little spritz of afterbirth, darling. Keep up, sweetie.
And when that blood gets in their system,
era nti nno omusaayi gutuka mu bwo munda
it keeps them young.
kati gubafuula okubeera abato.
They don't age.
nti emyaka gibeera tegibatawaanya. olinange
These things are so scary.
bino bintu bikanga nnyo.
Then
era
you hear some
owulira abamu nga bagamba
that they prefer
nti bo baagala
basingira ddala
okwagala
the blood of the fetus.
nti ogwo omusaayi oguvudde bweka
Ogw'omwana
ogw'omwana omuto akyali mu lubuto.
How do they get the blood of the fetus?
kati ogw'omusaayi gw'omwana omuto ali mu lubuto bagufuna batya?
How?
ogufuna batya ogw'omusaayi?
Because you need the baby.
kubanga
You need the baby
kubanga weetaaga oyo omwana
to get the blood.
okufuna omusaayi.
Now the fetus is still inside.
kati omwana akyali munda mu lubuto.
How do you get the blood
kati omusaayi ogufuna otya
when the baby is still inside?
omwana akyali munda mu lubuto?
Are you with me?
olirange
Because the components in the blood of a child,
kubanga ebiriisa biri mu musaayi gw'omwana ebirungo
they are still energetic.
bikyali by'amaanyi.
Are you with me?
olirange
I'm getting the point.
ofuna okulaba kwende.
These are bad times we are in.
kati bino biro biri nnyo bye tulimu.
I'm telling you the truth.
kugamba amazima
These times,
bino ebiseera bino
so
bibi nnyo nnyo. olinange
because they prefer
kubanga baagala nnyo
to appear young.
okulabika nga bato.
year in, year out.
buli mwaka nga bato
So they get blood of babies
kati bafuna omusaayi gw'abaana abato
injected in their bloodstream.
ne gufumitibwa mu musaayi gwabwe.
Are you with me?
Nange
Oh, yeah. Now there's also another clique of people.
kati waliwo n'akabijja k'abantu abalala.
Are you with me?
Oli nange
Are you with me?
oli nange
There's also another clique of people.
waliwo akabijja akalala k'abantu.
They do what we call young blood transfusion.
bakola kye bayita ekintu ky'okukyusa omusaayi omuto. Oli nange
Now this therapy,
buno obujjanjabi
it costs $8,000. And why do they call it young blood transfusion?
lwaki bakiyita okukyusibwa kw'omusaayi kw'abaana abato?
Because they prefer
kubanga baagala
the blood of someone below 25 years.
baagala omusaayi gw'oyo omuntu akyali wansi w'emyaka 25.
But
naye
that of a child,
kati ogw'oyo omwana ogw'omwana
has best.
okusingira ddala okukola obulungi
Are you getting the point?
naye ofuna obulamu bwenu.
You see very powerful people.
olaba abantu ab'amaanyi
Year in, year out, they are not aging.
buli mwaka bo tebakaddiwa
And you wonder.
neweewuunya
And they boast about it.
era nabo ne bakyenyumiririza.
What if you could reverse the aging process simply by getting a blood transfusion?
That's what a new company called Ambrosia claims to do, and they just opened a new facility right here in the Houston area.
Rekha Mudaraj spoke to the founder to find out how young blood works.
It's a controversial startup. Ambrosia is the brainchild of Dr. Jesse Karmazin, and right now there are 5 clinics located across the U.S. Karmazin says 150 people have already gone through the process, and several of them have even done it a second time.
My name is Jesse Karmazin, and as you heard, I'm the founder of Ambrosia, and we're a company interested in making you young again.
Dr. Jesse Karmazin believes the fountain of youth is filled with blood, young blood, preferably that of a person under the age of 25.
We know that as you get older, your stem cells aren't replicating as well as when you were young. And this leads to most illnesses.
He explained the science behind it during the Superhuman Summit in 2017.
And when they were sewn together, he found that the old mouse, which received the blood of the young mouse, became young again. So its gray hair turned black, it could remember mazes better, its heart pumped better. In fact, in every way, it became young again.
They openly speak out. And this is how we live young. You find someone, she's 60, but she looks as though she's 28, 30. That's the truth. They want to be young. They want to be young every time. But the expense at which they do this, a lot of evil. A lot of evil. What is wrong in being old? What is wrong in having wrinkles? Huh? That you have to kill? And someone said, yes, we feast on blood. Feasting is, but they may be young.
Controversial new treatment that may hold promise, but at a price.
it does appear to reverse the aging process.
Dr. Jesse Karmazin is talking about transfusions with the young blood from teenagers, and he says it just may turn back the hands of time. That blood is going to patients over 35 as part of a clinical trial called Ambrosia, where subjects paid $8,000 to get the rich growth factors found in the platelets in blood's plasma.
There's pretty much people from most states, people from overseas, from Europe and Australia.
There have not been any published results, but the intriguing concept still found its way into pop culture.
It's my transfusion associate.
Dr. Karmazin says patients who have had it say they feel amazing, and he has seen evidence of reversing the aging process in rats.
Their brains are younger, hearts, their hair, if it was gray, just turns dark again.
There has also been encouraging Alzheimer's research using young blood at Stanford.
We found that it was safe and feasible to administer infusions of young plasma weekly.
Dr. Sharon Shaw is a researcher who says they have seen evidence of improvement in functional ability.
It's all very exciting that there can be components in blood that could be healing.
Platelet-rich plasma, or PRP treatments, using a patient's own blood, have been in demand as trendy vampire facials to fight wrinkles and as joint and tissue treatments to accelerate healing.
A lot of goodies in blood.
Dr. Houman Khorazani is using those rich PRPs in a study at Mount Sinai to regrow hair.
You can actually use your own blood to stimulate the body.
The study is ongoing, but seeing short-term results, Dr. Khorazani is optimistic.
It looks very positive.
Experts agree there is still more research that needs to be done.
There's still a lot of unknowns and a lot of factors that we don't know when we actually getting another person's growth factors or nutrient injected in us.
Dr. Karmazin says that he plans to open a young blood lab in New York in the coming months.
Katonda tukwatiwe ekisa. Katonda tukwatiwe ekisa. Buli gye lya Yesu ettukuvu.